what the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Do Say Nice with LV. That's Lonnie. I'm Victor. This is episode 84. You see those two fours? That make it 8. Thank you guys very much for joining us again. One more time. So I thought I'd open this episode talking about another text I sent. Because I gave them a text I sent last week, right? Mm-hmm. So I thought I'd give them another text I sent this week. And I'm not promising you guys anything. Like, I might not have this for you every week. But I had to hit somebody up and say, and by the way, stop calling me a stalker. I'm paparazzi. Stupid. I got it from the TikToks. You know how like they be putting Joe from you and they be like, I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until... Yeah. So I was like, by the way, stop calling me a stalker because I'm not. I'm just paparazzi, you know? I just follow you until you love me. It's cool. No big deal.
That's stalking.
Yeah, but it's cool because it's paparazzi. It's not stalking, bro. Like I said, I'm just paparazzi.
Don't they got a song?
I literally just sang it.
No, I know that. I'm talking about another. There's another song, like a very popular song that talk about like paparazzi and shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, I'm drunk.
Probably.
Drunk as hell.
How's your week this week, man?
My week?
Yeah.
What was this week? It was the end of May.
Yes.
The week actually went back to normal for me.
You didn't do shit.
I ain't do shit. I just worked.
Thing, huh?
Oh, motherfucker. I went to a wedding. That's it.
That
was the only like highlight of my week for real. I ain't really do shit. I worked a lot. Same old. Went to a wedding, turned up a little bit, and then crashed when I came home for a minute.
Nah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
What's your life like this week?
Mr.
Andres, Mr. Ocho.
So honestly, I don't even remember like the week for like what it was. I've been having really chill weeks for real.
Yeah.
Like I haven't really been doing shit. Like and for real, like, but the weekend has been great. I went and sat on the table for 8 hours yesterday and got tatted. So
okay.
Which is very unlike me, because if anybody knows me, I only get tatted 2 times, like in 2 seasons, right? Mm-hmm. I'll either get tatted in the spring or in the fall. That way, during the summer, I could, you know.
Right.
But I got something that was like really important to me, and I've been wanting it for a minute. So we linked last night and got that shit done. It was supposed to get done last week, but you know, no shade. Like
for like a split second, I knew what you were saying when you said I went and laid on the table. And I was like, but like for a split second, I forgot like what you meant by that. But like, yeah, it all came back.
Word. But it got me to thinking a lot this week, man.
Okay.
And not what my week has been, but like just during the week, I've been thinking a lot. And I had this thought, not to go too Rogan on this, but I've been thinking like, what if when I was like, I don't know, 15, 16, I died one day, right? Now, obviously, when you die, you're not going to know you died. But what if none of this shit is real?
Okay.
Like, what if this is all just like the afterlife?
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about that, and I was like, yo, let's take this even further. What if I was never actually born? What if none of this shit's real? Like, what if all of this is just our imagination? This is just something like, it's a simulation. I don't even like to say simulation. I don't like that word. But like
a dream almost.
Yeah, no, it's like we were somebody in the past life, and this is their death.
So we just kind of living through somebody else.
Like reincarnation type.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like, this is their afterlife. What if I'm somebody's afterlife right now?
Do you feel like you serving as a lit afterlife?
I don't know that I could. Yes, but okay. Like I don't know that I could necessarily say that per se, because I don't know what they were like. They could have been alive during the Roaring 20s, like doing crazy shit that I would have never even thought of. You know what I'm saying? But
like, it also could be like a resemblance of like, because I mean, shit was way different in the Roaring 20s versus now.
And there was a whole lot of time in between that.
Yeah,
it's like 100
so
years.
Like a lot of shit changed between then and now.
Yeah.
So like what they could have been doing back then could be almost relatively similar to what you're doing today, just in a different like way.
Sometimes I just like, I'll be thinking to myself like, this shit is unreal. there is no way this is actually somebody's life.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people all the time, I wish I could see other people's
perspective.
Yes, but like be able to view my life from somebody else's lens. Because I've always said, like, if I wasn't me, I would be so happy to watch this person's life play out.
I ain't gonna lie, and I say the phrase all the time, and people hear it all the time, like to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
To see shit, to hear shit. Like that's how I feel in some aspects and some moments during my lifetime. Like to be a fly on the wall or be in somebody else's POV to see, like, damn, this would have looked like from what'd you call it, first person or third person?
First person shooter mode.
Yeah, first person.
Well,
Like,
no, it'd be third.
No,
if you're watching it from the outside looking in,
yeah,
it's third. Yeah,
so
it'd be
third person, like
yeah.
seeing it from a third person angle, like just being like, damn, like this is what I look like on a day-to-day basis. I would pay to see that.
Bro.
Cause I be wondering, like, and I ask people all the time, like, when you see me, like, what the fuck do you see? Like, how do you interpret me in my life? Like, I just genuinely be wanting to know.
You know what'd be crazy? If you saw you in third person and you thought you was ugly. I'd be mad as hell, bro. I'd be so mad.
If I was sitting here and if I was a fly on the wall right now and I was looking at me, I'd be like, damn. And I said, damn, that's an ugly motherfucker right there.
Bro, I'll be pissed.
Hey, as soon as I get back to this, about to kill myself.
Like, for real. Like, let's say I'm at the bar, right? And I see me going up to the bar, whatever, ordering a drink or whatever, and I'm like, yo, that's an ugly motherfucker right there. Because I tend to do that just in day-to-day life. Mm-hmm. Like, if I don't fuck with ugly people, I can't lie. Like, if I see somebody that's less fortunate, I'm usually trying to be very, like, humble and be, like, kind to them. You know what I'm saying? But an ugly motherfucker, like, I can't associate. I can't do it, bro.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So, like, boom, this goes with this. But, like, do you ever feel like, so do you ever hear when females or even people in general, male too, be saying like, oh, you feel like you conceited or you feel like you think you too good for whatever?
The answer is yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
I'm asking the wrong person this shit then.
Nah, the answer is yes.
Okay, never mind. Scratch what I was going to
And it's not like, okay, so here's the other thing, right? I'm a very loved individual, like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm a very loved individual. And I got hate too, but I feel like that's more so jealousy, so I'm not really going to get into that. But because I'm so loved and I've always been so loved since a young age, yes, I'm going to feel a certain type of self-confidence, which could be perceived as like conceited, full of myself, whatever you may want to say about me. At the same time, when you have loved or when you have love and you are loved, you're going to feel that way about yourself. Like I said, there's also a downside to that too. And when I say like I said, I mean like over episodes. There's a downside to that too, because the downside is you are never gonna feel like you're living up to expectations. Because no person in this world is ever gonna be perfect. But when you feel like you always have to be perfect, you can't take a misstep, you're gonna feel like you're not living up to expectations of you. Just simply on the fact that, like, if you're that loved and everybody thinks you're so great, you can't be great 24/7. It's just not possible.
That's fair. So let me ask you this, because coming from a person that's like very relatively humble, like I don't view myself how other people view me. So when people come up to me and be like, oh, like, you this, you that, like, I'll be like, damn, like, what, how do you see that? Like, what do you see? How do you see this? What's your POV? Because I don't necessarily, and it's more so me just speaking from a humble state. Like, I know I have these traits, these qualities, these characteristics, but like, at the same time, be like, damn, like, you see it too? How?
So my favorite thing to ask somebody is, why do they love me?
Right.
Because me, I'm a very inquisitive person. I always have been. Somebody can tell me something, but the first question after they tell me, whether they explain it or not, is why? Why? I've always been like that. I just want more information and more information. But also at the same time, it's not like I don't see that stuff in myself, but it's also like, why do you feel this way? Because you can say whatever the fuck you want, right? say she loved me all the time, and then go and cheat on me, right?
Okay.
But why?
Right.
Because at the core, do I think I'm a good person?
We already had this conversation.
I don't know, probably.
That's not what you said the first time.
Yeah, no, but I rethought it. Remember, none of this shit is real, right? This is all fake. This is somebody's heaven.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I feel bad for them. Maybe it's their hell.
Nah.
Maybe
it
on
can't
somebody's
be,
hell.
It can't be their hell.
Maybe.
It can't be. Nah, I don't believe it.
It
It
could
can't
be.
be. I don't think so.
I don't feel like my life bad enough to be somebody's hell, though.
Right. That's why I said that.
Like, all in all, even though like I have a lot of times where I'm down just based on certain shit that has happened or will happen, or my why question, could it happen? You know, even though that's the case, I still feel like there's more bad than good that has been in my life. Like, I have to be grateful for the life
good.
that I have and the life that I've lived, even though it's all fake. Like, none of it's real. Like, it never happened. That's where I'm at with it, bro. But what if none of this is real? Then how do you feel?
Whether it's from a afterlife standpoint or whether it's from a... What other standpoint would it be from?
Like it's a simulation. Like, like Blue Pill Matrix. I think Blue Pill. Maybe Red Pill Matrix. I don't know. I don't watch the Matrix.
Like, who would be controlling it?
Whoever the fuck the Matrix is. Like I said, I haven't watched the movies really.
You haven't watched the Matrix before?
I think I've seen it like once when I was younger. So I don't have a lot of memory of them.
Got you.
But I feel like I have seen it at some point.
So, like, if this was like an afterlife situation, like, I feel like genuinely there's been a lot of good, there's been a lot of bad, there's been a lot of ugly. From my perspective in my life and how I'm living someone else's afterlife, I don't think it would be a hell, but I think it would be a somewhat decent life. Like, you got your lessons, you got your good times, you got your bad times, you got your times where you fuck up, you got your times where you help other people and you uplift them. But if this was all just like not real, I genuinely don't know how I feel about it. Because I'm like, damn, this whole time I just been living somebody else's life.
But it's real to you though.
Right.
So regardless of anything, right? Even if this is real or not real, it's real to you though. It's your reality.
Okay, but let me ask this. Do you find out that you live in somebody else's life? Even though it is feeling real to you, do you?
No. Because think about it like Sims, right? Because that's what I be thinking. Like, if shit's not real, like, we're Sims.
Okay.
Right? So, like, the aliens out here playing with us and shit. Because that's what I would assume
would
be playing our Sims game, right?
Okay.
They out here playing with us and shit. Which really could explain a lot of shit if you think about it. Like, why is my life so lit? Because this dude who's playing my Sim is like, nah. I want my guy to be like fire with it, you know?
Okay. I could see it from that point of view, from the Sims point of view.
And also, right, that's why shit happens where, like, there's point in your life to just stop. I don't know. I can't speak for you, but there's been a lot of times in my life where, like, there'll be, like, a big-ass chapter, and it just comes to an abrupt end. And then it's a new chapter.
No, yeah.
I can't explain that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's hard to explain something like that.
Like, if there was, like, a phase out, it probably would make a little bit more sense to me. But since my shit just come to abrupt ends, and that might be because I hold on to shit for way too long.
Maybe.
If anybody knows me, they know I'm the last person to give up on anything. For example, like when I was getting tatted yesterday, right? The motherfucker was like, I didn't think you was gonna like make it the entire till I was finished.
Yeah.
He was like, most people don't. And in my head, I was like, well, fuck that. I'm not pussy. Like, I'm not about to let you know that this shit hurt. Cause it really didn't for real. Like, obviously
shit,
you get
tickle.
No, I'm not gonna say all that. But like,
everybody different.
At the same time, at a certain point, your body's gonna start to feel fatigue.
Yeah.
Just from being there for fucking.
Yeah.
Once I got to like 6 hours, I was like, man, this shit's not fun anymore. But then on the other side of my head, I was like, fuck that. You're not about to look to like a pussy to this man, and like you can't take the shit. So I was just gonna sit there.
Pause.
Yeah, hey yo.
Hey yo.
But yeah, I'd have sat there another 3 fucking hours if I had to.
Yeah.
Because you're not about to, no homo, wear me out. I sit there and suffer.
Hey, yo.
But you're not about to make me look crazy. Like, and you text me that you was like, so I'm assuming you finished? I was like, hey, ain't no homo me.
Hey, yo. I just realized.
Bro, I could tell you're drunk.
No, I'm not. But like this shit is just like it's just back to back to back to back. Like okay, yeah. Woosah. Yeah. Needless to say, Vic ain't got no hole in his blood.
Yeah, facts.
He sat there.
Facts.
Got that tattoo.
Took it like a man. I did that one on purpose. I knew how you were feeling about it, so I just had to do it.
Hey, man.
But I equate that to life, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I'm giving up on. So maybe that's why I have abrupt endings and everything, because...
And there's nothing literally wrong with that mindset.
No.
A lot of people
that's
feel
why
like...
I'm paparazzi.
Sometimes a lot of people feel like you have to...
Let it go?
Throw in the flag or throw in the towel, let it go, like all that good stuff to learn from it or gain something from it. But like you can gain something out of not giving up on something.
Yeah, it's called not being a bitch.
I mean that, sure.
Here's the thing, right? If you let something go, and I know like 92% of the population, especially when it comes to relationships, say eventually you got to let it go. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even talking about relationships, but I'm just talking about anything. It could be your fucking hairline.
Yeah.
That was at somebody. Don't let that shit go. Fight. I don't care if you lose and still fight back. When Pop Smoke said that line, I never related to anything more in my life. Mm-hmm. And I don't care if you lose and still fight back. Don't go on like no hoe.
Facts.
Right? Like, whatever life throws at you, I don't care if you're losing. If you're down 28-3, New England came back on the Falcons in the Super Bowl 28-3. If you getting your ass handed to you, still fight back.
Yeah. Look at the Cavs. 3-1.
If you're going through hell, you just keep on going, bro. Don't give up. That's that I've always carried for my entire. Don't ever give up.
Yeah, stick that shit out.
You got cancer? Don't give up. Fight that shit back. And if you lose, you lost standing on your own 2 feet like a man.
Or a woman. Or a child.
Yeah. And if you lose, can nobody ever talk down because you didn't quit. And that's just life shit, bro. I never give up on shit. Even if that bitch don't want me back. Guess what? I ain't giving up, bitch. Ha ha. What?
No, I can't say. It's not nothing.
What?
I can't
just say it.
It was so dark. It was so.
It can't be worse than anything that I've said.
Well, you said something about the kid. I said the kids fighting back from cancer, and I was like, some of them kids don't make it.
No, that's true. But that's what I said. Like they stood on their own 2 feet. And I feel like there's people in real life that wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't say real life because that's real life too. But I mean like adults that would give up and not fight back. Mm. What?
Since we talking about if none of this is real, let me ask you this from this perspective.
Can I rage quit? That was just a question.
No. So
I feel like throwing the controller sometimes though.
So so say this is afterlife and somebody is portraying you. Okay. And they're controlling you and everything that you do. What do you think the person that's controlling you would be like? Like what they look like, how they would be, like everything.
I told you earlier, I think it's aliens, bro.
What? Okay. Realistically, if it's not an alien.
If it had to be a human?
Yeah.
Controlling me? Okay, so this is the way I take it, right? When I play video games, whether it be like Madden, NCAA, 2K, WWE, whatever it may be, right? Mm-hmm. And I can create a character. I try to make the character either A, as close to me as possible, or B, like somebody that I wish that I could be.
Mm.
Like as far as like wrestling goes, because I've been playing a lot of that lately, right?
You have.
I made like this luchador, like
I seen him.
with long hair, whatever. Had his braids down halfway down his back. The reason I made that is because like I get to live in that fantasy, like, oh, I'm this dude while I'm playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it could either be that, like I'm somebody's fantasy. Oh, I'm somebody's fantasy. Come here, girl. Let me show you what this do say do. But anyway, I could either one be somebody's fantasy, or I could be like a reflection. If it had to be a person, I could be a reflection of what this person sees themselves as.
Right.
And even it could be a mixture of both, right? So like I could be a reflection of how this person sees themselves in a physical sense, but the life I'm living is their fantasy. This is what they wish they could do. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
That would be lit.
I feel like I could get rich off this idea. We might have to scrap this whole episode and just like make a video game out of this shit.
What are we gonna call it? Afterlife?
That'd be. Why not?
Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, that'd be good.
And drop the copyright right here.
Mm. Okay.
But also the other thing is, right? I never thought that this right here would be my life. Like
Why?
I never thought like you said why?
No, I said. Well, I was about to specifically say potting.
Yes, like the podcast, creating content, all that. I never thought that this would be my life.
Mm-hmm.
I thought my life would be elsewhere. And somehow, because people have always told me, like, you should. I don't even know if it was like in a condescending way, but they're like, you talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You should. And you know, me personally, if anybody knows me personally, I know so much about sports that I probably shouldn't. Like, that's where most of my knowledge is in sports, right? And so they've always told me, like, oh, you should go try to work for ESPN. You should go try to do this, try to do that. And it just ended up being where I have fucking lights in my face and a camera in front of me.
Yeah.
Not to say that I'm not going to go to that lane, because I do plan on going to that lane and taking that shit over. But also, they were more specific than it ended up being. But it's the same thing.
Right.
It's still broadcasting. It's still talking into a camera. It's still knowing your cues and like all that shit. So I never thought that this would be it. It's what everybody told me eventually should be it. But I never in my life took that seriously.
I ain't gonna lie. I never thought podcasting would be a thing for me either. I just know, like, I like to talk my shit. And I ain't gonna lie. The fact that I like to talk my shit, I'm gonna talk my shit with my best friend. And we can drink all in the same manner. Like, that honestly was enough for me to be like, oh, shit, get the camera rolling. Because I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, we are some funny motherfuckers. But at the same time, we gonna keep it a band with you. Regardless.
I'd say at the end of the day, we are just living our lives right now.
Honestly.
With lights and a camera in front of us and a mic.
Yep.
But this shit is so... The way that it came to me, because I pitched it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had a grander idea than what it ended up becoming. I pitched an idea. It ended up not being that. But then when it was repitched to me, I kind of like... I was like, give me a second to think.
Right.
Right? And I had the most beautiful place in the world to think. I can't wait. I can't wait to go back in August. But I had the most beautiful place in the world, which is Hawaii, to think. And I was like, yo, nah, we could do this shit for real. And then the wheels started turning. And I was like, I'm going to use my own real life and my own drama. Because that shit already was getting views on fucking Instagram. Every time I was like, you stupid fucking bitch. I hope da-da-da-da-da. Right?
Yeah.
This bitch did this, that. Views, bro. Drama brings views. All right, fuck it. Let's put that shit on camera.
Yeah.
Now, did that end up backfiring a little bit? Sure. But it was part of my simulation that I'm living in. Like a prompt popped up like, do you want to do this? And the user said yes. I think that really related. All right, just hear me out here.
Okay.
Could that be what religion means? And I'm gonna explain it, right?
Okay.
You know how in like religious people are always like, well, God controls your life.
Facts.
So God is like the player on the controller.
Relatively,
and he's
yes.
living life through, according to religion, every single person on this earth.
So he's playing different characters as afterlife.
Yes.
Relatively.
Yes.
And then once we all die, we become afterlife.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I've never looked at it from that lens specifically, but thinking about it, relatively, yes.
That could be like that's exactly what religion is telling you.
That could be a thing.
That you're a sim.
Sure.
And not in those exact words.
Right. No. Yeah. But just speaking in this aspect, yeah, like relatively, that's exactly what it could be, and God could just be controlling each person out of what 8 billion, 9 billion. People?
I think it's 7. Well, I don't know, but I think it's 7.8 billion.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, though I was right about those 27 amendments last episode.
So like, yeah, like relatively, he could be controlling every. Well, some people think he is, some people think he isn't. Whatever, cool. Me personally, God is in control, and that's just where I'm gonna leave it at. And I'm not gonna go.
Hey, you remember that TikTok you sent me earlier this week? It was like, Jesus, take the wheel. That song made me think about what you just said.
So yeah, I'm not gonna go no deeper than that. I'm gonna just leave it where it's at.
Okay, so never mind. I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this.
Yeah, if it's about religion.
I'm not. This isn't the religion podcast. This isn't the Jesus Take the Wheel podcast either. Cause I was gonna say like, never mind. Let me I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Let me chill. But yeah, I just wanted to compare the two things. So obviously, I know your beliefs,
right?
But there's a second way to look at this whole what if everything's not real, right? And this is something, you know what I can't really understand about my life? 0 through 5, I believed everything I was told. Like from being born until I was about 5 years old, I believed everything. Like anything somebody told me was just fact, right? And one of the things I remember is when one person dies, a baby is born.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, I love music, but specifically rap music. Young Thug, he said you could lose your life, but it's gonna keep going, right?
Right.
I equated that to, well, he said it in the next line: when you die, somebody else is born. So he also agrees with the same thing that I believe, right? One person's life ends, the next one begins. Now, growth of population would just call that wrong. But what if this is just reincarnation? So, like, what if it's not a sim, but what if it's reincarnation? What if you're somebody's karma? Or you're what they deserve to end their afterlife?
I don't know. I'm going to say this. The reincarnation thing, I think.
Like, you believe in that?
Yes and no. I'm going to say yes because, like, there's constant life to be created.
That is true. There is constant life to be created.
There's constant life that's to be created each and every day, multiple times a day. And not to go, like, on a religious side again, but, like, God says, like, be fruitful and multiply. Like,
oh, I'm going to listen.
And generally speaking, that means have sex and produce more people.
Mashed potatoes.
Like, relatively, that means have sex and produce more people out of a woman. Reproduce. Like, so honestly, I'm going to sit here and say, I don't know if there will ever be like an end to reproducing.
So, Lonnie, you think women's purpose on earth is to reproduce?
That's not what I'm saying.
No, that's what directly what you said.
That is one of their main purposes of them
being on the earth.
So
you think the only thing women are here for is to reproduce?
That's not what I said. I said that is one of the things that they are here for. A man cannot reproduce.
That's facts.
So a woman is the only thing other than
advocate.
right. I know. Other other than like animals, and like when you even think about it from an animal's perspective,
Like
like
seahorses.
yes,
Like they can reproduce by themselves.
yes.
Okay, so
Wait, fuck that. I wasn't done.
Okay, my bad.
So, so like women relatively are here.
Okay, so
one of the reasons, one of the reasons that women are here is to reproduce. So
if you were reincarnated, right? What do you think you would come back as?
Do I get to pick?
Yeah, no, I'm letting you pick. Yeah, no, that was my question. Like, you get to pick.
Can't hold you. I'm coming back as a silverback. Swear
That's funny because you do that. You know that one thing you do and you be like walking around. You know what I'm talking about. When you walk around like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When you be pretending to be a gorilla. That should be funny as hell. I can't even lie.
Fuck you.
Tell me that don't be funny though. That shit funny.
I mean, I don't see other people's perspectives, so I don't know.
I think this shit funny. I'm personally telling you
Next
right
time
now.
I do it, you got to either record me or be like, damn, you doing that shit again.
Well, you don't announce that you're about to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes the shit, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes the shit just be natural. Like I just be walking around like that.
You be
like my lats big and shit. Like
that should be funny as hell.
Next time I'm just get down and be like,
bring 100 men.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I would come back as a silverback.
Okay.
It would be some sort of animal, but it would be like one that's like almost at the top of the food chain. Lion, gorilla.
Mine are both animals too.
Yeah, like lion, gorilla, like something big, dominant, like, and yeah.
I know I've said this before, but I would either come back, and I'm gonna start with the one that I was gonna go second, but I'm gonna come back with like a lion with big ass lion balls, like. My lion testicles are gonna be so good. They're so big. They're gonna be dragging the ground.
Okay, let me say this. You know, whenever you don't mate with a female lion, you know they bite your nuts. So you will mate. I swear to God, I seen the shit, and because I didn't believe it. So I went and I researched it, and then I watched a video not on a female bite.
Well, if that lion is me, he gonna be mating with all the females. I'm gonna have the biggest mane too, bro. Like my mane my shit gonna be flowing.
That's fair. Have you ever seen a lion without a mane? Not a female, but a male.
He probably pussy. That couldn't be me. I couldn't be a balding lion. Okay,
Facts.
first of all, I don't like balding humans to start with. Like if you bald, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? If you bald, I really want to be like smack you in the back of your shit. Honestly,
why you don't do that to your other best friend?
Because he's not all the way bald yet. I'm talking about like a clean baldy, bro.
Okay.
I be wanting to like.
So like a Mr. Clean type shit.
Yeah, because I want to see if my hands stick to it. I don't know.
What are you gonna have super glue on that shit?
I don't know. Like because you know how like bald heads are sticky.
They can be.
Yeah. So if I like smack you and then my head sticks to it like a suction cup.
If you ever meet my dad, I will allow you to do that.
Yeah, because you don't like your dad like that.
That's not what I said.
Hopefully he don't watch this.
I love my dad.
I hope he watches this episode.
I love my father. I do. I swear I do.
Because I've been telling you I need to meet your dad.
Yeah.
Wait, so if your dad bald, that means you about to go bald.
He cut his
Wait,
shit
hold
by
up.
choice.
Is your grandpa bald? I don't know if you know him like that.
I did know him, and he wasn't.
Oh,
he had a
you
lot
should
of
be
hair.
Straight.
Yeah, he had a lot of hair.
That's why I'm so confident I'm never going bald because my grandpa had like
right
till he died.
My dad had a lot of hair. My dad just cut his hair by choice.
Like
yeah, he cut his hair.
That's annoying. It's like Kobe. It's like Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think
I respect that more though.
He went to the Navy and then cut his hair.
Cause like if you a man and you bald, like you really telling me you fucked up your testosterone for real. Male pattern baldness also correlates with deficiencies in testosterone.
Okay.
Also,
go ahead.
Deficiencies in protein, but
you know what I found out was a birth defect, and I never knew it.
Being retarded.
That too, but like people having dimples.
Yeah.
I never knew. Somebody told me that shit like 3-4 weeks ago. And
I got
like,
dimples. Bitches love them.
I mean, yeah, but like somebody was like, "That's a birth defect." I don't
smile neither, but when I smile, it's always at a bitch.
Somebody was like, "That's a birth defect." I'm like, I never knew that.
Yeah, it's like it's a detachment in some muscle or some shit. That's why you get a dimple. I'm glad I had that shit.
Plug that bitch back in.
They've been thinking that shit cute since I've been a
fair.
little fella.
Right.
I remember, bro. I wish I was still a little fella.
But yeah, back to this
All
baldness
them
and
hoes loved me
suction
when I was
cup.
a little fella. They still do, but you know.
I ain't gonna lie, I be palming my dad's head every time I see him.
Yeah, that's what I be wanting to do, like, and like aggressively though.
I'm taller than my dad, so like every time I see him, I'll be like, what
I
up,
feel like
cuz?
okay. I can't really say this, but I feel like I'm taller than my dad too.
You might be.
I can't really say it, but like I feel like it
You might be.
because he's Mexican.
If you saw your dad, what you doing? You wouldn't know because you don't know he look like.
I've seen him before.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be like, what up, homie? Homie.
What up, though, cuz?
The higher the sock, the downer the fool.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's why I wear ankle socks.
Right.
I ain't really down like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think if I went back to your hood that I would be able to fit in? Not fit in, but like you think I'd be able to
like where I grew up?
Right.
Yeah. 100%. Either way it goes, whether it's Texas or Illinois or Chicago, 100%. Well, in Illinois, yes, but it'd be like a little bit. No, it's more black in Texas where I grew up. It's more Mexican in Illinois where I grew up. So, but either way, yes.
That's fair.
But yeah, either way, yeah, I feel like you'd be straight. Like you're talking about like me not being there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nah, I feel like you'd be straight.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I
was just wondering.
You just gotta like claim the right shit, you know. And we're back.
Back with another banger, bitch.
So now that we're back from our break, we can get to the next topic.
Right.
I talk about my childhood a lot on this podcast, right?
Talk to me nice.
Right?
Right.
What's the biggest lie from your childhood, whether it be like Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy? Well, hopefully it's not that. But the biggest lie from your childhood that was told that you still believe today.
Oh, that I still believe today?
That you still believe today. Like to the death of you. It's like one of your core beliefs.
I don't have anything that I still believe like to the death of me, but I have something that I believe until like I was in my teenage years.
Okay, go. What's your biggest one?
Biggest one, I ain't gonna lie. It was probably the one about like if you step on a crack, you break your mama's back type shit.
That's some shit you believe for a long time?
I swear to God, I never.
You ain't never step on a crack? Like not even on accident?
Up until I think like all bullshit aside.
I believe that shit when it's told to me.
All bullshit aside.
Like, I be stepping on mad cracks. My mom's back not broken. Like
up to
yo, wait, hold on.
Yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo.
That's wild.
That's
a wild fucking nah, y'all nasty. Y'all nasty as fuck. Nah, fuck y'all. I didn't even catch it until this end. Y'all sick fucks.
I swear, like all bushes, I didn't believe it until I was like 15. And I was avoiding, like, I didn't used to walk around like looking at my feet, but like I would most times like be eyeballing like where I'm walking and like whatever I'm walking on to make sure I don't step on a crack. So like I'm just sitting there walking, whatever. And I think I had turned 16 and I'm like just walking one day and I stopped for whatever reason. And I'm just standing there and then I look down. I'm like, fuck, I'm standing on a crack.
You was like, let's figure this out right now.
I had called my mom's like in a panic, like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? She's like confused as fuck. She's like, yeah, like, fuck you asked me for. So I'm like, is your back okay? She's like, Lonnie, what the fuck wrong with you? And I'm like, is your back okay?
I'd have been like, is you hot right now? Did you ever get nervous?
She's like, I'm standing up straight right now. What are you talking about? My back is fine. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I hung the fucking phone up and I just started stumping on that bitch. Like jumping up and down. Like, I'm like, this shit don't make no sense to me. Like, okay, maybe I was wrong all these years. Like, and I don't remember who told me that shit, but
I feel like that was some. Okay, I remember saying like I usually believed everything I was told like 0 through 5, but that was when I was like, that's just stupid. That doesn't even make sense.
mm-hmm.
I was like, hold on, let me jump out this crack real quick, cause she gonna recover from a broken back.
Sometimes, depending on where it's broken at.
Yeah, well, I was willing to take that risk, I guess. But mine is, and I still believe this to this day, right? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You can be whatever you want to be.
You can.
But you really can't for real.
Why? Okay, so what is something that you say
But you really
be-
can't
you
for real.
can't?
You can't.
Tell me.
Like if I wanted to be the president right now,
You could.
I got tattoos. I can't be the president.
Yes, you can.
We ain't never had a president with tattoos.
First for everything. We had a first black president.
Yeah, but we ain't never had a woman president.
Almost.
Fuck, almost my ass.
Almost.
Just got smoked.
She did, but like she was
Got
still in.
smoked.
She was still in the running.
Both of them,
And that's fine.
Both the 2 women.
That is fine.
But me personally, right?
I think
They
you could be the
gonna say,
president.
huh?
You could be the president.
No. I'll say,
As long as you make me your vice president.
You think that's gonna win us the election?
Yes.
Because they're like black and Mexicans.
Very much so.
It's gonna be like in LA when they like join the black and Mexicans.
That's fine.
No. I'm saying that's why people gonna vote for us.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, brown pride and what's y'all shit?
Black pride.
I'm gonna see what YG said on FDT. It's deleted. You can't talk about black and Mexicans, Lincoln. Yeah, they'll take that off the internet quick.
That's okay.
That's too powerful.
Fuck it.
But like honestly, and I don't really mean to go down this rabbit hole, but fuck it, we're here now, right? Do you realize if like all the blacks and Latinos like joined together and had each other's back and shit, bro, we'd be more successful than the Asians and the Jews.
Honestly speaking.
Honestly, like for real.
It's a lot of it's relatively it's more of us than them.
Well, that's not even what
Together.
I'm talking about, but I'm talking about just in the fact of like, think about like the greatest fighters of all time, right? Like everybody I can think about is either black or Mexican or like some type of Henry Camacho, Puerto Rican, fucking Julio Cesar Chavez, Mexican, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Mike Tyson. Like they're all some type of, when I say minority, that's what I mean, either like black or Hispanic.
Yeah.
Because everybody know I'm Latino gang. But like just the strength in that, but also like when you think of creative shit, like other than porn, or even porn too, but we got that shit on lock. Not as far as like creating the porn, but like as far as like acting in it, we got that shit on lock, bro. But like think about Hollywood, like the biggest.
Bro.
I swear I want to be a porn star so bad.
I was not expecting you to say that.
Well, the reason I said that is because like most porn companies are owned by Jews.
Yeah. But who are the actors?
That's what I'm saying. That's why we got that shit on lock.
A whole lot of BBCs.
But we need like more creative.
Hey yo.
Yeah, that was gay. Sorry.
I mean, I don't see it. I just hear about it.
Hey yo.
Stop the cap.
I think I just be sitting here watching BBC porn. Like
I just feel like I don't care what you watch, but I know you be watching.
if anything, I'll be watching BBW porn.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's not even, I don't even have to ask about that one.
I like big, beautiful women.
I thought it was, never mind.
Stop. Just stop while
No,
you're ahead.
I thought it was busty.
Maybe.
That's what I thought.
It could stand. It could. BBW stands for a lot.
Type of like to suck you dry and then eat some lunch with you. So thick that everybody else in the room is so uncomfortable.
Yours definitely made everybody else in the room uncomfortable.
Nigga, shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Torta.
Hey yo.
Bruh.
What?
Shit.
I
We go again.
I had to hit every fucking fucking head on there. I don't even know what most of those just said, but we had to go everything. We had to like hit all of them. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up though.
I'm sorry.
I made one drunk
Decision.
bad decision
Right.
one time in my life, and I just get it held against me for at least what has it been 3-4 weeks.
That's typically how it goes.
Nah, I feel like y'all gonna keep holding on to that shit though. But I understand it though, because my track record before it was like so, like this boy nice with it. Like you gotta have something to hate on.
Right. What's another one that you believed in?
Wait, hold on, I didn't get finished with my
I thought
first.
you finished.
Because I don't think
sorry, my bad.
I don't necessarily think you can be whatever you want to be.
But why though? Like, you saying that you can't be the president because you got tattoos, like, and you Mexican, like.
we ain't never had a Mexican president.
I mean, fair, and we ain't never had no black president until the 44th. Like,
Yo, shout out to him, and I'm gonna say why. Like,
he's just the first nigga that really conquered that shit.
RNS. But no, that's not what even I was talking about. Like, for whatever, I'm not political. I don't care about either side.
Thanks.
I think y'all both dumb. Like, as a nation, we should probably be united.
Mm-hmm.
But for the fact that he got the guy who nobody else could get after they blew up our shit, which I'm talking about the Osama documentary that I just watched. But Obama's the one who got him.
Yeah.
And regardless if you're conservative, what's the other shit called? Liberal.
Yes.
Regardless if you're either one, you gotta respect the fact that he took care of that man.
Facts.
Got some get back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
And blood.
Of course, it'd be a black person that got to get back. Can't not respect that. But regardless of what side you stand on, you gotta respect like the fact that Bush went and tried to get him,
Mm-hmm.
and then Obama went and got him.
SEAL Team 6, baby.
Shout out to everybody. Like, hey, toast to y'all.
What was the sniper name? Like Chris something?
It has nothing. The American Sniper and SEAL Team 6 is like
No, I
completely
know.
different shits.
No, yeah.
But another one that I was told when I was young that I still believe to this day. Now I really feel like my big one was like you can be whatever you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I still believe it to this day, but like I feel like that's probably not true though.
I got two more, and then I'm gonna be done.
Okay.
I don't know what you got, but I got two more. The one, anybody that like closely, remotely knows me outside of you, like knows I like outdoors and shit. Like
I did know that.
Yeah. So like I like being outdoors. I like involving myself in nature and shit like that. Like even the little like weird shit, like interacting with animals and shit. So like when I was a kid, like my mom would always tell me like, you go outside, you play, because it was a creek by our house and shit.
Okay.
So like, I mean, it's little insects and amphibians and shit out there. So
You ever seen a roly poly?
I have.
Them shits used to be my favorite. When I was a little kid, I love roly polies, bro.
So like my mom always just tell me like, you go out there and you touch insects or whatever, like shit gonna happen to you. But the one that she told me was like, if you ever see like a frog or a toad, like, and you touch them, pet them, whatever, play with them, whatever, and you touch any part of your skin, like you'll get warts.
That doesn't make any sense. Well, you can get a wart from frogs.
I mean, yeah, but like that never happened.
No. But you can get it, but it doesn't make sense to say like if you play with them because you could get warts on your hand.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make.
That's what I'm
sense.
saying. Like
that don't make no sense.
So like the one time I did touch a toad, it was a toad. It wasn't even a frog. It was a toad.
Bro, we used to.
And like I caught it. I'm just sitting there. I'm petting it, whatever. Lauren and them they was terrified of the shit. I just picked the bitch up. But like I picked it up. I'm just petting it, playing with it, whatever. And I let the shit go. Like, and nothing ever happened. So I went in the house, washed my hands, took a shower, everything. I'm like, my mama fucking lied to me, bro. I'm like, this motherfucker lied to me about this shit. Like, it makes no sense why she lied so bad.
Bro. So at one of the houses I used to live in, like, cause you probably don't, but I moved around a lot as a kid.
Right.
And one of the houses we stayed at, it was like this, I guess you could call it like a swamp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like across the street behind other people's houses. And there was just hella frogs and toads back there. And me and this one kid that was my neighbor, we used to go over there with a butterfly net and catch all these fucking shits. I don't know what the fuck we did with them. And like RIP to all those frogs and toads that we caught, because like we was not taking care of them whatsoever. So RIP, like, my bad. I'm sorry. But I used to love them shits. Amphibians are my shit. And fish. I love fish too.
I got one more. So this might just be a black thing. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But like anything that I've ever eaten that had
I thought of something.
anything that I've ever
of something.
eaten or whatever that had a seed in it, and my mama always
And
told
you
me,
you swallow it, it's gonna grow in your stomach.
yeah,
That's the stupidest shit.
more so like watermelon, cantaloupe, like fruit wise, like anything, because I ain't gonna lie, as a kid, like watermelon used to be my favorite like fruit,
You
and
ain't never
anybody,
swallowed a seed of a watermelon?
of course, several.
Okay.
And anybody that look at me and say something because I'm black or whatever, fuck you.
Oh, I was gonna do that.
But like, yeah, like I used to eat watermelon like my mama could cut that bitch in half and I'm burying my face in it. Like I bury my face in some pussy. Like,
Hey, yo.
I didn't say I was never mind. But like, yeah, like I used to, like my mama could really cut that bitch in half and I would tell her to give me the half of the watermelon. Like she couldn't even cut the bitch in half, that half into a half. And no, like I'm like, give me the watermelon. Like I want it. Simple as that. She would have to buy 2 or 3 sometimes. Swear to God. I'm sitting there carving the bitch out with my hand.
Now I know why you like BBWs. It's just like, hey,
All
give me
right.
all that. Give me all that. Hey, all that right there, I'm putting my face in it.
Anyways, but yeah, like I used to be like that. Like I still love watermelon, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not doing that shit no more. Shit too messy. Like as a kid, I didn't give a fuck. But like now I'm a little more classy with it, you know?
Classy bitch.
Oh, all right. All right. But yeah. Those are my qualms.
Okay, so we're talking about shit that we don't believe in anymore then.
Okay.
Bloody Mary.
Oh, like standing
Like
in the mirror?
go in the mirror and then it's dark?
Yeah.
Bro,
I've never believed in
I
that.
was shook when I heard about that shit.
I was too, I ain't gonna lie, but like I never believed it.
No, I believe that shit. I believed if I went in the bathroom and looked in the mirror and said Bloody Mary 3 times.
Let's go do it.
Oh, we can go do it right now. I don't care no more. I beat that bitch ass. I'll fuck her up. Talk about don't hit no women. I'm beating the brakes off that bitch, Bloody Mary.
That's fair.
She gonna be Bloody Mary.
That's fair.
Fuck her ass up. Put these paws on her.
I used to hear about this shit all the time, and I used to like try and get my like Lauren and my cousins to go in the bathroom with me and say the shit.
Bro, no, so here's the thing. Here's the fucked up thing, right? One of my aunts, right? She used to go in the bathroom with us, do the Bloody Mary shit, and like put some lipstick on her face, like it scratched her type shit. Bro, I believe that shit so bad.
Were you scared though?
Yeah, I was shook. I ain't trying to get scratched in the face.
Hell no. You couldn't tell it was lip. Well, you probably didn't know it was lipstick.
Yeah, I was
time.
like 4.
That's fair.
I was stupid. When you're young, you're kind of dumb.
At 4 is insane. And they did that to you at 4 years
Yeah,
old.
scare the shit out. Bro, we used to
That
watch
shit
scary
is-
movies, all that shit. When I was a little kid, bro, I
That
feel
is
like
that is insane.
trying to scare the shit out of me. And I felt like I was Courage the Cowardly Dog type shit. Like I was scared of everything. You know what I realized about that show though?
What?
So like, you know how in Courage the Cowardly Dog, like everything was all spooky and shit? It really wasn't. That was just his perception of the world because he was scared of everything.
Right.
I didn't get that until like way
He's a cowardly ass dog. Yeah.
Sure. That's a good show though.
It is. I love that show.
I might go home and watch that shit tonight. Type shit.
Might as well.
Shit. All right. Well, if I'm going home and watching some Cowardly Dogs, thank you everybody for joining us. Another episode of Do Say Nice with LV, episode 84 in the building. Shout out to everybody. Like, follow, share, subscribe. We are on all platforms: Apple Podcasts, YouTube. YouTube is the most important. Spotify. What else is there?
Instagram.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon's also an important one.
Yep.
We will be posting very shortly to Patreon.
You got a lot of shit dropping for y'all soon.
Yep.
Merch, new investments, sponsorships, shit like that. Be tuned in, tapped in with us, turn that post notification on so you can see the updates and shit.
I'm about to go half on a baby too, so y'all can have little Ocho.
Right. You see that?
Yeah,
I'm
half
not
on
going to be
baby.
the goddaddy though. I got enough god kids as is. Father's Day coming up. So if you want to contribute to me eating dinner on Father's Day and shit, you know, please do
You're
that.
not a father.
I'm a godfather. Like I
But,
said, if
like,
you want
why
to
would
shut
they-
the fuck up, if you want to contribute to me eating dinner on Father's Day, please contribute. I can give you my Cash App, Apple Pay, Venmo, Zelle, whatever you want. I got it. If you want to give me cash, please just let me know. It's okay. Gift cards are accepted as well.
He's not a father.
I am. I'm a godfather. Fuck what he talking about. And I father a lot of you niggas. So please just, you know, if you want to contribute to that, please contribute to that fund. Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's do a toast and then get out of here.
Yeah. We're gonna drop this bitch. Like some people drop kids off at firehouses that they don't want no more.
That's crazy.
Up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it, baby girl, drink, motherfucker,
Baby
drink.
girl. Shout out to my baby girl. We're going to be making a reunion very, very, very soon.
Yep.
And just like that,
We gone.
we gone.